early. Cardboard Conversation starts at 7 p.m. ish. It's Saturdays. Yes. Well, thank you everybody for joining us.
We are
live.
streamers. We are never late nor early. We arrive precisely when we mean to.
Yeah, exactly.
Right on time.
It's always on time. It's our time.
Speaking of right on time, honestly, I'm surprised that Edge of Eternities is coming out already. It feels as though Final Fantasy is still the current hype. It seems rushed, honestly, for one of the biggest sets of the Magic's history. Is that boop? You got a month, and then the next one's coming out.
Well, I mean, whatever. We've talked about the rushed pace of releases. Matt said, "Oh, this year's better," and while it is better than the hypest of the Cynthia Williams, let's go train. Yeah, I agree. You don't get to really know the cards, play the cards, enjoy the cards. I am playing it on Arena against Sparky. That's the only way I play Arena because, I don't have that super competitive streak in me. Do I win? You are first. And I love you. But, I don't have that hyper competitive streak in me. So I'm perfectly fine playing against Sparky and just, playing the interesting card. And I do that with like the Final Fantasy set. I am taking, building a Tifa deck, and I want to see, okay, how does it truly interact? I've built like 3 Chocobo decks now.
It won a tournament recently, the Tifa mono green landfall deck.
Oh yeah,
it won a big tournament recently. All
I'm saying is that you don't really get the chance to like poke and prod. No, hey, I didn't see that card. I'd like to try that out before shit. I got to move on to buying the next set's cards. It's too fast. Still, to me, it's the edge of the speed limit.
Yeah, it's definitely a far cry from how some other games handle their releases. I mean, again, we'll always harken back to Sorcery, and they're
that's
practically annual.
It's like once a year.
Yeah, and that's what they aim for.
Actually, not even. That's generous. It's like once
who I
years.
Don't see. There are 2 games I'm going to name that I don't ever hear any complaints about their release schedule so far.
Pokemon's.
No, that's not a real game.
It technically counts.
No.
Okay, but they don't go fast enough for those folks.
Yeah, right.
They could release a new set every week, and those people be like, "I'll buy it."
Yeah.
But as much as I'm not a huge fan of Flesh and Blood, I don't.
Yeah, Flesh and Blood's pretty decent.
And Lorcana, I don't hear any complaints about their release schedule.
I mean, to be fair, I haven't heard literally anything about Lorcana since like 2 years ago. I don't know. It's kind of dead.
I talked to the LGSs, and there are plenty that still
throw. No, I know. I just don't hear anything about it.
Like it's 4 per year. Like they set a rigid schedule, and that's what they're sticking to.
Yeah,
and I think that seems about right to me. To have 3 months, to get into the hype cycle, the release tournament schedule, to play with it for a few months, play out all the cards, see the interactions, try those cards with the old cards. That seems a much more, and I know it sounds like an eon for the current hype train Magic customers out there, but I think slowing it down, less could be a little more.
Well, it definitely gives people more exposure. I mean, if Standard's going to be sticking around for 5 years now,
dude, don't get me started on that. I went through part of that with
just joking
on another stream, and I'm like,
but it's going to be difficult for people to be able to. I mean, the time it's going to take to go through each set, figure out cards that are actually going to be.
You muted yourself.
It said a lost connection with my mic. Ooh, weird. Either way, to be able to find the cards that you're looking for, to be able to get them delivered to you, to be able to figure out a good composition in your decks, and then to have another set come out just right on top of it and repeating that cycle over and over. It's one way to keep Standard ever changing, a very meta game, as it were, but it's going to be difficult at all to get used to what cards are available.
Well, and now think about this. So when we recommend people buying singles, which we've recommended, and I think we're all very close in alignment that if you want to really stretch your dollars, buying singles is truly the way to go. But think about it in this respect, that you're having to buy the singles in that hype pricing period. You can't wait 90 days to buy the singles because they're already irrelevant or already have a replacement in a set that's come out after that. Right? So you have to buy them at their highest price if you want them to be relevant in your standard rotation. And like you said, some people are just now getting their boxes delivered from wherever they pre-ordered for Final Fantasy.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's delayed.
Some stores take weeks to get them. You know, they were delayed, and then the stores are delayed a bit by having to package and send them out themselves. So yeah, you know, there's people not getting their product until already the next set's spoiled and basically starting to get cracked on YouTube videos, right? The first one I saw
a
was
couple shorts of Edge of
Articious
Eternity
Magic.
recently, actually.
So
yeah, this channel I follow from New Zealand, they've been cracking collector boxes all freaking day.
The most people that I've seen, or the people that I've seen that they mentioned, they said that they're getting it from their ambassador programs. So that's the program through WotC for content creators.
Yeah, that's
so I don't know if everybody's getting them, but that's basically what I've seen so far. But speaking for Edging for Eternity, I've been edging to tell Bob about this awesome gift that I got that I should say made for him. I came across. We were talking about. I think I mentioned last week that I basically had gotten into 3D printing again, and I was looking up Final Fantasy stuff, and I saw there was a Buster Sword deck box where you can print the handle, and then you can print like extensions where you can like add like multiple deck boxes, and they kind of like slide in, and then they add the tip, so you have like a really long like Buster Sword. I thought that was kind of cool, but then I came across something that I was like, I think I have to print this for Bob. There's like no way about it. So this is a fat chocobo.
But that looks like the baby chocobo, Zabo.
I don't know. They called it the fat chocobo, but not
only that, I mean, it looked like a fat chocobo.
It's a deck box. So it's a fat chocobo deck box.
That is dope.
That's awesome, man. That's super cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so I painted it. The paint job didn't come out amazing. I fucked up a couple spots, and then I'm just like, I can't be fucked to fix it. I kept. It's not that I did it once. I got a thumbprint here, and I went to fix it. Then I got a thumbprint here, and then I tried to rush painting it, and then it like smeared. I'm like, it looks retro. It looks old and retro, but
dude, that's amazing. That is absolutely amazing. That's cool. I like it.
Yeah, so when you get your Edge box, you'll have a fat chocobo. I was like, you like every time you saw a fat chocobo, I was like, I have to print this for Bob.
I have to make a chocobo deck. I'll probably want your input on that, like a legit Commander Raids chocobo deck. I really do like the Choco Commander. I like what he does. I built that same deck that I drafted on Arena because I wanted to see, all the different interactions I wasn't counting on. And I'll tell you what, I don't know why Ishtola, the blue one that you said is the crappy one, isn't more popular. She double, what do you call that? When you, not ephemer, what does ephemerate do? It bounces. I don't know what you call it. Flicker, right? It double flickers every turn.
It's just that she's 6 mana is why she's not great. It's a lot of mana.
Okay, but double flicker every turn for some creature you have in play.
Yeah, that's just cheaper things. Teleportation Circle is only 4 mana, and it does it a lot earlier. So
but it only does one item. It only does one thing, right? She does
it
twice on the turn she comes into play.
Yeah.
It's good. I'm telling you, it's better than I expected. That's like the one interaction. I'm always hoping to see her hit the board, for the guy. Like I have the green dinosaur that gains you 3 life, or I have the other green dinosaur that'll either blow up an enchantment or draw a card, or the little cheap white guy that when he comes out, he's way overpriced, but he draws a card, or you can equip a equipment, or for like the fat chocobo who produces a chocobo every single time you flicker him. So, and he stays on the board permanently, giving your whole team trample. Like it's better than you'd think. I was like, that's a really, or Urza when he hits the board, hey, let's keep making those constructs. It's like, wow.
Actually,
So anyway,
yeah, I made a Urza deck
good.
recently where I'm like, the whole purpose is trying to do the construct thing, make constructs. One of the cards is from Edge of Eternity. It's called Moonlit Meditation. It's an enchantment that it enchants artifacts or creatures.
Yeah.
And then whenever you would create a token,
Yep.
you create the enchanted. You can create the enchanted token or enchanted thing instead. And that's
So imagine that on a
pretty
Blight
good.
Steel Colossus. Woo!
Oh, I
Yeah,
did
one
not
one
know
card from
this.
Edge of Eternities that I've been like super. I actually spent like a lot of yesterday, really diving through. The first time for a while, I actually had to go to like Scryfall and do like custom searches because most of the time I can just go to EDHREC. But the
Oh my
card's
God,
so
that's just so
spoiled that
adorable.
what
It's so
what
cute. It's just a dog card. Man, tell me that's
yeah.
not cute.
Well, it kind of bothers me. Like, what happened
It's
to
a
the rest of his
mechanical
body?
corgi. I love it.
He's
Arf,
dead,
arf.
Jen.
What, did it have cancer?
No, it's it's uplifted.
What? It has no back half. It's missing half its face.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like-
And yeah. It's a future space dog. Yeah, no. All the other dogs are super jealous. This thing goes wicked fast.
Okay.
Rears up on its back wheels and zooms around.
Okay. But you were saying,
Yeah, I saved the image, and apparently, I hate the web, whatever the web format, WebPG or whatever the hell the format is that won't let you share images. That's just so annoying.
well, just save it as a JPG when you save
Yeah,
the
I
image.
know. So this is the guy that I've been building recently. There was nothing on EDHREC. I think there is now, which is helpful. But this, I actually think this might be the strongest mono red commander they've ever printed. This thing's wild. Not only does it give your creatures haste, not only is it a 3/5, it's got a big butt, so it's good blocking because you'll need it because your stuff doesn't stay permanently half the time. But yeah, artifact cards and red creature cards in your hand have warp 3. That's crazy. There are so many creatures that normally are trash, but when they only cost 3, you're like, whoa, hold on a second.
Well, there's a lot of expensive artifacts that are also pricey that you might want to use that on.
Yeah, I've been looking. I looked at all the artifacts, stuff like Portal to Phyrexia. That's pretty good for 3 mana. Even like Spine of Ishsaw, which is normally also pretty bad, but 3 mana destroy target permanent. That's not bad. And then later on, you can. That's just the thing. It's not even just that you're paying it just 3 mana discounted. There's no downside to it. You just do. You're casting it temporarily, and then you get to cast it again later on.
Well, I mean, the downside to it is, and I'm surprised that you didn't say it about it, because you always tell me I hate telegraphing my moves.
Oh, this is a kill on sight commander for sure.
No. I'm saying with the thing that you cast that you warp, right?
But you already got the value from it, so who cares?
You got at least a one-time value for it, but
yeah.
Well, then it just sits in exile until you play it again.
Right, yeah. But then everybody, you telegraphed everybody like,
it's
hey, I've got a Blight Steel
hand. If anything, that's like extra distraction for people.
So
it's like, hey, I could also be playing these 4 cards, so you got to pay attention to these things over here too.
No, I agree. I'm not as like I would like you, Pat. I would use that distraction on purpose. Like, okay, yeah, I do have a Blight Steel Colossus. Don't pay attention to the thing I'm about to cast.
Funnily enough, for like Commander, if you're playing on spell table, that's just going to take up more stuff. Because a lot of times when I put something in exile, I just put it face down under my graveyard because it ain't coming back out of exile. But for this, you'll actually have to like pay attention to it more.
Yeah, you'll have to have a warp zone because you'll have to keep the cards separated from things that are exiled from other things.
Oh. Think about this though. So you got your that red commander you just put out there. Hey, you get 2 uses of your 1 ring.
Yeah, you get 2 because they're both they're both cast. So yeah. Coveted Jewel is another one where it pays for itself. It's just draw 3 for free. That's pretty dang good. And there's no downside because it'll be warped away. So you don't have to cast it again. But if you ever want to, the first time you cast it, it pays for itself. This is a mana rock that taps for 3. That is it costs 3. So stuff like that is what I've been finding that are just like super strong for this guy. And it was funny because I think it was think it was coaches that asked me if I ever play monocolored commanders, and I set out to make one of every color so far. I've made green and black, and I enjoy both of those decks. This guy,
Who are you going to do for blue?
I don't know. Nothing really has spoken to me like this guy. Like this guy is like, I'm like, this guy is gonna make my table hate me.
And that artwork is freaking bomb.
It's
like
pretty
that.
cool.
That is incredible.
He's a Kavu pilot. He's just gonna warp things in.
It looks dope. It's like if Warhammer 40K made a trading card game that didn't die really quickly.
It's got kind of Predator vibes with the hair and the facial structure.
So Urza Lord High Artificer didn't speak to you?
It's too easy. It's strong. It's too easy. There's too many combos with them. It's hard to make a deck that's
doesn't combo.
That doesn't combo. Yeah, like actually recently, this past week on Thursday, I have to take a card out of my deck because I didn't realize how good it was. There's the Master Transcendent guy where like whenever you mill a card, you can tap him to reanimate something. Intruder Alarm, I had Intruder Alarm in the deck, so whenever a creature enters the battlefield, untap all creatures. That card just accidentally goes infinite no matter kind of what your board state is. Especially with Master Transcendent, when you're reanimating something, it just untaps them. So basically every single creature you mill from all of your opponents or yourself is just a guaranteed reanimation. So I was like, I'm going to take this card out. I thought it would be good. I didn't think it'd be like, I don't know. For some reason, I didn't think it'd be that good. But it was quite good. Especially if you have a card that's like tap, mill something. As long as you hit a creature within the mill, you just go infinite. So,
well, not quite infinite. You deck yourself eventually, but yeah.
Yeah, I ended up decking my opponents is what happened, and I was like, I'm just gonna take that card out. It's one of those things where we do play high power on my table, but we don't really try to do infinites, and so it kind of went against the spirit of our format that we do, or whatever. What do you want to call it?
So you're not going to do the Avatar Last Airbender flip side with the red.
That's okay. That's not infinite or anything. That's just good. No, we don't even know how good it is to airbend the cards to whatever.
Right,
whatever bending is.
Water bending? Yeah.
And there's even cards like this that are like normally not super great, but when you're only paying 3 mana to get two warriors with two warrior Vig tokens that also have haste, that whenever you attack they gain flying, and you can crew the thing. That's a 6/6 flyer for 3 with one of the tokens it generates. So it's attacking. You're paying 3 mana to attack for 8, or 10 if you use your commander to attack or to crew this. And then of course you can play it for on a later turn for the extra.
You're creating more tokens. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
so it's like it's very
the tokens aren't going to disappear.
Commander's like this very good value. It's like. It reminds me of Henzi, where you're having discounted things for a temporary thing, but then it's not. There's no downside. So like the only thing you don't do with from Henzi is like you don't get to draw a card when it dies.
So here's a question for you.
And they never die. That's another problem I've been running into. Is like there's a lot of like whenever the creature enters or whenever it dies, there's like triggers. It doesn't die. It exiles at the end of turn. So you can't do things like persist. You can't do things like. You can't like, I don't know. You can bounce it, but then you don't get the warp. It doesn't warp away, but you can get it permanently, which isn't terrible. So it's kind of like there's interesting ways to build it.
Can you abuse the suspend mechanic with it?
I don't. What do you mean?
Like, there's some things like what is it? Crashing footballs. That like you have to wait a few turns. Can you just get your dudes out? Like if you were somehow if he's out there,
it gives it warp, so you just don't have to suspend it at all.
Right. But then do you get to suspend it after that? Do you have to suspend it after that? Like and then
you'd have to cast it.
So it's not suspended, and it just produces what 2/4/4 rhinos, I think, with haste maybe.
Isn't that a green card?
Yeah, I'm saying not him as a commander, but let's say he was in your 99 and you had Gruul. Let's say you used Itali as your commander and you had this guy out on the board.
Yeah, you'd be able to warp it for 3, get 2/4/4s, and then you'd have to suspend it afterwards. And the way the warp is you just pay the 1 green. Unless suspend says cast it from your hand. Rather than cast this card from your hand, pay green and exile it with so you couldn't even cast it. Because it says from your hand.
No, you could cast it, but then once it goes to
You wouldn't be able to
exile,
suspend it from exile.
there's no way to get it back out of exile.
Because it has no casting cost. Rather than cast this card from your hand, pay green and exile
What's
it
the
with
suspend count on it?
4.
Right. Yo, Lance, thanks for showing up. We're discussing some of the cards in more detail.
This guy being the strongest mono red commander that I think they've ever printed.
Just being naughty.
What the green card was just we were just testing or getting an idea of what
well, it's more the suspend mechanic because I think there's some
because you can bypass the
suspend,
but then you don't get the secondary.
And I was just thinking, how does suspend work?
Party Thrasher might be a good add. Non-creature spells you cast from exile have convoke.
So here's I mean, you're probably like
looking at
this
cards
guy just naturally
down because it plays a lot of exile stuff and it's got red, so there might be a lot of crossover there to see.
Here's another thing. How exactly is the what's that other mechanic? The one where you pitch cards from your hand.
Hey, what up, super backer?
Cast them. Cast them as you're discarding. What's that mechanic called?
Madness.
Delirium.
No, it's madness.
Madness. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, what's up, Michael Superbacker? Got to get you on the show sometime. Lance too. We need a follow up. It's been a few years now.
I'm trying to get a non-blurred
how would that work
card.
if it's an exile for Madness? Don't you have to discard it from your hand? So
if you were to discard it from your hand, then you could cast it for its madness cost.
But what about things
it wouldn't work?
What about those things that naturally go into exile for? I can't remember what that mechanic was in. Was it Kaldheim with like the spirit deck and stuff?
You can cast nothing from exile with him. He only allows you to warp things. So like,
well, but then it goes to exile, right?
Right, but the way it's worded, it says you may the card basically gains. You may cast this at a later turn if you would just exile it in a normal way, or if you don't let the warp ability. Let's bring up the warp ability because it's worded in a very specific way that's preventing the things that you're talking about.
Well, there's also that guy. What about like story cards where they have half of it? Do you get to cast basically the same card 3 times? There's a Simic flyer that you pay a green and a blue, and it creates a color investigation token, and then you can cast it from exile as a 3/4 vigilance flyer.
Yeah, so things that have warp, you may cast this card from your hand for its warp cost. Exile this creature at the beginning of the next end step, then you may cast it from exile on a later turn. So this commander is a little glass cannony where if you warp the thing and then they kill it, then it won't be warped. You can't like cast it again later on.
Sure.
So if they remove the thing before the end step, then that sucks. But you've already discounted, like the card's it's so discounted, and compared to what you're paying for the card, it's not that big a deal.
It's like Sneak and Show.
Yeah, it's basically a sneak attack commander. Yeah, that's right. It's
just like better because it's cheaper for one. I mean, sneak attack is what 3 in a red, and then you got to pay another red.
Sneak attack is an enchantment that's just 4 red or 1 red and 3, and then you can pay a single red to sneak it in. You don't have the ability to sneak it or to pay its normal cost later on.
Right. That's the thing, is like you use it up. This adds another entire
I did run sneak attack in here. Actually, what's even more insane than sneak attack, because it makes sense to just run sneak attack, right? Like, why not? But there's a card that makes this guy over the top even more insane. Now that we know that the warp is
sneak attack's slightly better because if you play Eldrazi with a sneak attack, you can get them on the
take a gander at this guy. Whenever a non-token creature enters, you may pay a single red. If you do, put a token copy. That's it. That's a copy of it. So you warp it for 3, you pay a single red for it, and you get double whatever the creature, whatever the
Blight Steel
card is.
Colossus. There you go.
You get 2 Blightsteel Colossus.
There's 2 of them coming
mana.
at you.
Yeah, I am running Blightsteel, but it's a card that I'll probably end up removing. It's one of those cards that's I don't know, like it's a kind of cheesy. I mean, it's Infect, and I guess
What about
they
the
can
other one that
block
doesn't
it.
have Infect, but it's just like a 11/11 Trampler?
Yeah, that's boring then.
Okay,
And then
not too boring to have 2 11/11 Tramplers coming out on one turn. Okay, there, take 22. Woo!
And just like the Flame Shadow Conjuring, there's this card here. That's more mana. It's a little. I don't know if this will stay, but this card's fun as hell.
Ravnica Allegiance.
Yeah.
I don't
Whenever a
think
non-token creature enters the battlefield you control, you flip a coin until you lose a flip. Each flip, you create a token. Yeah, there's a couple of these kind of enchantments that are just like,
coach.
hey, coaches, I was just talking about you. I think you were the one that asked me if I played monocolored decks, and then I think you were the one that made me, not made me, but I decided to take on the challenge of playing monocolored decks. So far, I've played mono green and mono black, and both of them have been bangers. Kona and Ayara. This will be the Red Commander. If you've not seen this card is insane. Warp just lets you cast artifacts and red creatures in your hand for 3 mana, and then you get to cast them for a later date. It's like a loan that.
Well, but not only that, you get 2 ETBs out of a creature, right?
Exactly. So you play like or attack triggers if they have attack triggers or ETB triggers or both. Ideally, both. There's cards like the Boiler Bilges guy from the Duskmourn set. Overlord of the Boiler Bilges, whenever he attacks or enters, it deals 4 damage to any target. So you get to like potentially kill through 2 things or do 8 damage. So ideally you do things. Even Inferno Titan, old school Inferno Titan, 3 damage divided as you choose. That's when he enters and when he attacks.
Fury's not a bad one.
I did think about Fury. Fury's not bad. Fury kind of already has a discount on it though. I put in Wurmcoil Engine, but I'm taking that out because I realize that's a dice trigger, so remove. Right now I'm 125 cards. There's too many cards.
Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting commander. I'm glad that I'll say this. You guys are, I think, far more of a fan of Edge of Eternities than I am. I finally hit one, well, no, I said Ancient Tomb was Ancient Tomb on my list? I corrected myself. I think it was not. It was Urza's Saga, Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth, and Eye of Ugin. Oh, those are my 3. So far, I'm batting a 0 this year.
Don't worry, Bob. They're going to start.
I think I did call out Ancient Tomb
soon enough.
I did call out Ancient Tomb. Wow.
Ooh.
Look at you, Lance.
Ancients, eh?
Yeah, Ancient Tomb. That's a big one. I said it needed a reprint. I mean, I got 2 of the OGs. I don't understand why they aren't the more sought after ones, but there are some that are higher priced already. I forgot that it was in Double Masters 2022, I think.
Yeah.
It was also Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but those cards,
those
special guest cards seem to be really rare.
I pulled one, but I sold it. So
yeah, I don't know if we're going to cover that tonight about the art direction of Edge of Eternities. I don't know what the guys' thoughts were on that. We talked about it behind the scenes.
I fucking love it. Oh man, I gotta say, like the card that Matt was showing there, I'm glad that that's the artwork he went with. I mean, the background, the big impressive, I want to say that's either a sun or a moon, some sweet action. You get the spaceship,
another planet.
I mean, yeah, I love this like space opera stuff. I grew up on this kind of thing. I mean, early Twilight Zone, original Star Trek, like this is right up my alley. All the planetary stuff, man, I am digging it.
Yeah, they're very I don't know if I love the space, what are they called? The stellar sights. Like the images are
the
nice.
One that's behind me is fine, but I don't like the borders and stuff on the
That's
card.
what I'm saying. The borders are
I hate the font.
Kind of
Absolutely hate the font.
yeah. I'll certainly give you that right there. Is the
Sure.
the new Mutavault or whatever that they had. I was not a fan of the font that they've used.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't hate these, but like I love the
I don't
images. The
love
images
them.
are really good.
The ancient
Like
tomb, I like. The other three
this is
are
like
just
an egg of some like ancient being. Like basically, it's like a planet. It's like a creature that's been entombed in a planet. Like that's pretty cool looking.
Yeah.
I agree with that one, but the rest of the card looks like butt. And that Blink Moth Nexus, there's nothing. There's nothing appealing about that.
It's a big nebula that's like multicolored. I love it. It looks
Yep.
good.
I don't.
The bondage enclave is kind of like weird. It's like whales,
Space
floating around.
whales.
Space
man.
whales. Cascading
Ooh.
cataracts is pretty cool looking. Very colorful.
And
very.
even if so, they appeal on like just a general art level. They don't appeal on like a Magic card art level to me.
No, I mean they're stellar sites. They're special and weird. Like that's a
Yeah.
weird zone. The art is like very. It looks like high fidelity, like really nice and I don't know. It looks pretty cool. So also Colony looks strange and weird and like this being that's been like pulled together by
Exploded.
magic. That's just like this
Yeah.
rock creature thing. It looks kind of cool.
The ones that I do like, and you don't have it up. I'm not sure where you're looking at the spoilers, but the ones that
It's
look
just
like
on Scryfall.
I think they're paperback novels. Is kind of like Pulp Fiction, kind of.
Oh, like the Sliver Overlord, wherever that's in. Yeah.
Yeah, this
Well,
is
those look like
burgeoning and
potions,
darkness. I mean, those cards, they're just not gonna no value.
No, but they
Especially-
look super cool to me.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
Lotus
that's
Field.
the thing.
Holy, very colorful.
Yeah, that's bombastic.
That and like some kind of like foil treatment would be pretty cool.
Surge foil. Yeah.
Like, well, search foil would be pretty. Yeah, it'd be very
Oh,
sparkly.
Oh, they're wild looking. It doesn't look like Magic cards.
No, of course not.
Not many things do nowadays.
It's Magic together against space.
Look, it's a Death Star.
Holy shit! How many are these? My God, I did not know there was this many. Jesus.
Now the new land cycle, that's kind of I didn't realize that. I was like,
they're like repeated. Okay.
Holy buckets of muck.
So there's two different borders of these. It looks like wow, these are even more yellow than. There's like what is happening? Oh, there's different. Okay, I didn't.
Probably the rarities, maybe.
No, because this one's green and this one's silver.
Yeah, well, that's because it's green and white, and it's green and white.
Yeah, so I guess they're trying to like. This is
Go with
red
the
and
colors?
blue.
I don't know.
Wandering Fumarole?
The ones that have a bottom half border are play booster and collector. The ones with no borders are collector only.
Poster stellar sites.
Hey, thank you, Lance.
Lance always knows. Lance has the info.
Well, I mean,
he opens the packs for a living.
Yeah.
I hope he would know.
you guys are pro. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that I like, I don't know what you call them. He said they're the guest art.
Yeah, the special guests.
But I would like to pull up the new land cycle because I was like, damn, they're dancing around dual lands.
What are these cards? Holy. Surreal space cards.
Did you see?
Oh, good. They're not standard legal because, like, yay, Sliver Overlord, and 4 of, please, just to make it easy.
Starwinder looks pretty cool. These all look pretty interesting. Very
Lord of the Rings-esque crazy psychedelic art.
Terra Symbiosis is a banger card.
Well, I think
I don't actually play any decks with 1/1 counters, but man, it's good. Cosmoglyph's good. Space Time Anomaly. If you ever play a mill deck, I gotta tell you, this is the time to shine. I mean,
my God,
mill cards equal to your life total. Just gain a little bit of life.
Wow.
You can mill some hefty things. All right. What other?
Well, not even that, but like they're easily more than like 20 cards in blue, where it's whenever somebody mills a card, mill twice that many.
Holy crap! I still Explorer looks sick.
What?
This guy looks awesome.
Wow. And that's the Isil Explorer, so that's some beefiness.
Look at this guy.
That is something else right there.
Beefy dude.
Yo, Ed. What's up, Dual Brain?
Dual brain.
You may play an additional land each turn. You may play lands from your graveyard, and whenever you play a land, you mill a card. So good.
Yup.
Yeah,
It
he's
just does the thing it needs to.
Yeah, he just does exactly what you want to
Wait,
do.
hold on. Did we just like switch over to Yu-Gi-Oh cards? What is that dude doing on the right? My God, that is some anime action.
He's got the
Dominion.
Dominion bracelet. That's the Emrakul.
It looks like fucking Taishin Rider or something.
And the Endstone.
Hanging with the BBS. The big booty something or other.
I guess the Endstone could be pretty decent with the Tanuk guy as well, because you get it super cheap. You play a land, you draw a
hanging
card.
with the babies.
You warp a dude, you draw a card. But then I don't really want the end trigger though. I guess it depends.
Those lands
These things are nice.
solid.
Galaxy foils are pretty solid. Viewpoint ones are pretty interesting. They're like the better versions of the cockpit lands.
Wait, what?
Remember the cockpit lands from Aether Drift?
Most of that set's a blur to me. I just remember there being a lot of piss.
Yeah, there was the ones where they were like sitting inside the speed racer, and it was like you saw like the cockpit.
Oh, their hands.
Cockpit of it.
Yeah.
You see their hands.
These are not the new land cycle I'm talking about. I'm glad that they completed the bicycle cycle that hasn't been completed since like Invasion or something. Where you can cycle them.
Holy crap! Anti-casual vestige looks pretty sweet. Holy, these all look really sweet. Exalted Sunburn looks awesome. Starfield Vocalist looks like something out of
like a mobile
game. Looks D&D-ish, like a bard. Yeah. I mean, a human bard makes sense.
Oh, Devastating Onslaught. There you go. There's another one where they're just like in the cockpit.
Yeah. So you were talking about the commander cards. That's this one.
The commander lands?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do they have the full cycle though? I don't think so, because I don't think they have all the colors.
It's just two of them. It's just the white, green, the white, red, and the blue or the black, green.
But again, those aren't even the ones I'm talking about. Those ones below Amar.
Yeah, these two, Vernal Fen, and Radiant. They specifically didn't do all five of them because they want you to keep coming back.
Keep coming
They just did two of them, which is really weird.
But those are good. Those are very good.
They're okay.
Okay.
I almost never run basic lands in my decks unless I'm running like a mono or a dual color decks. So to me, these are like kind of bad. But I mean, in my mono red deck, which I couldn't run these, but I run like 20 basic lands.
I always run basic lands.
Yeah, I've definitely always got a few.
I don't like them. There was a game yesterday that I was like, or Thursday, I was like, if these weren't basic lands, this hand would be completely keepable. But I literally can't cast my spells. Wow, sick. I don't know. I have a buddy that like runs non-basic land hate, like stuff like what is the one that the enchantment where it makes everything a mountain?
Blood Moon.
Yeah, but he runs stuff like Blood Moon. I'm like, why? Like, who cares? Like, why attack the mana base? It's like the most sacred thing of Magic. Just leave it alone.
No, because those people don't want you to do that. But what's nice about these? Did you notice
just let you sit there and do nothing all the whole night? Woo, I'm having fun. I can't cast my spells. Sick.
What's nice, and I believe the ones above them.
I had so much fun that turn. Thanks.
The ones above them are also fetchable, I think.
Yeah, these things are honestly. I think these are better than the ones below it.
I love cycling on a land. I do.
I barely ever cycle stuff. It's one of the most painful things ever. When I put cards in my deck, I want to be able to play them, and when I draw it, and I'm like, man,
you're always going to draw a land.
I wish I could.
And when you get into those veins where you need anything but a land, this helps you get through that. It also
that's
helps
why I always want to
play
blue, because my favorite thing to do in Magic is just draw cards and play them. I just want to draw.
Here's the problem with these lands and the things like Triomes as well. Yeah. I'm never going to cycle them because I'm going to fetch them on turn 1.
Yeah.
I've only cycled a fetch land a single time. I'm sorry, a cycle land
The trial.
a little single time I've ever played triomes because I always get them first. Why would I ever cycle them? I'm getting them out of the deck immediately on turn 1. I play all the fetches that I can play.
What if you can't fetch them?
Well, why would I not do that?
What if all your fetch lands and your triumph come on turn 7 or 8?
Well, yeah, then
cycle
the first couple of hands. Like, yeah, either way, the cards are getting on the table. Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I've kept track of it because I was curious. I'm like, have I ever cycled these? No, I've cycled it one single time, and it was really recently, actually. It was a situation where I think I had a turn 1 play, so I didn't want to go fetch for it, and then I think I drew it the next turn, so I just played it. Or no, I drew it later on.
That's a situation where cycling is when you draw them deep into your game, and it gets a land that you don't need out of your hand and draws.
No, I understand the purpose of cycling. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's so unrealistic that if you play a lot of fetch lands, you're almost never going to do it.
Right.
It's not bad. It doesn't hurt the card to have it on it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm totally with you, man. I think that like on paper, cycling is a great thing to put on cards, but it is very uncommon for me to ever actually do it.
It's kind of like these cards here, these mobile lands. Like I include them in almost every deck because on the backside it's just a land.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, this is just a land. So in my opinion, this just takes place of a mountain. Like, but it's technically whatever this pinnacle monk is. It's not a bad creature. You get a sorcery or instant back to your hand when you play it, but most likely it's a land. And if you look at my land count right now is 30. It's 35, but including MDFCs is 39. So in theory, I probably should cut some more lands. I typically run about 37. Because especially in an artifact deck, this has a lot of mana rocks. You know, it's got the Moxes and Lotus Petal and Mox Opal, Soul Ring, stuff like that. This isn't a finalized deck. It's 125 cards, but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's not a bad card by any means. These are fine lands. But like stuff like the Surveil lands that are fetchable also. Surveil is very strong. Like it's almost an auto include in every deck for me now. But yeah, having cycle on it's not bad either. I'll be surprised if they don't complete the cycle by the end of the year. Maybe Spider-Man will have 2 more. I don't know. Is Avatar at the end of this year or next year?
I'm pretty sure it's this year. I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah, I don't remember if it's the last set of the year.
Well, kind of.
Oh, I actually, you know what's funny about this? So his deck is called I called it Mono Red Warp 9 Engage because it's warping. So I was like, you kind of have to play Chaos Warp, right? It's got warp in the name.
Oh yeah, feel that, yeah.
And even when I can like warp one of my creatures, and then if somebody tries to kill it, maybe I can Chaos Warp it into something better, or I just have to, just use it as a removal spell. But there's so many times where I've used Chaos Warp, or I've saw somebody use Chaos Warp, and the thing that they flipped into is just better. I'm like, ugh.
August 12th for the first look at Avatar stuff. My God, not even 2 weeks after Edge of Eternity comes out, boom, there's going to be previews for Avatar shit.
So does this look like anything to anybody?
Preview.
Or is it just
looks
me?
like the bottom side of like an octopus or something.
It looks like a tampon to me, or a pad, like a woman's pad.
Oh, I can kind of see of a key now. Like it looks like it's made out of yarn or something, though.
Yes, I don't know. The moment I saw it, it looks like a feminine product. The pad looks. I don't know. I like it.
Huh. Well, so positive news. Final Fantasy gift bundles seem to be on the uptick. Finally, they hit a low of like 165-ish, and now are back up to about 175. I'd like to hold on to mine until they hit about 200, and then I'll offload. That's pretty much my exit point. That or September 14th. pretty much whatever occurs first. Just want to get out of my position of them at that point. Going on a trip, Gotta fucking buy tickets, and I don't need a bunch of Magic shit sitting on my table doing nothing.
Oh, I need it.
Yeah, right. Hey, that's why I sent you one, though.
I do. I have it right here. I also got my box of. I got my my 5 empty boxes. They arrived. There's a guy. The guy's name was Wank Janker. Like, that can't be a real name.
That's
There's no way that's a real name.
Yeah.
He sent me a message. He said something about his name. He tried to change it. Just letting you know that I dropped this bad boy off this morning, and one cool. Oh no, that was me. Where's the one that I received the order? Either way, he said something about his name was he like tried to change his name prior to, and for whatever reason it didn't like take in the system or something.
I've seen some of those memes where it's like you go to a job interview and it still has your email address from when you were in high school. And it's like, boogerflicker69420 @hotmail.com.
Hell yeah. One thing that I want to talk about, let me double check this image before I fucking DDoS not DDoS myself. What's it called?
Dox yourself.
Dox myself. Yeah, that's the word, doxing. So yesterday I dropped, speaking of dropping this bad boy off,
he bought a bidet.
I've had a bidet for years.
Yeah, honestly, yeah,
100%. They're actually life changing. Like, not even exaggerating.
Can never go back. Yeah.
This is not.
It is not vertical friendly.
I'm coloring at
it. Control minus.
Well, this isn't. So this is the Lord of the Rings Special Edition bundle. The Magic the Special Edition. I sold it for $2,400, $23.98. Look at this. The thing I thought was really strange. The seller fee on it. The fee amount is $114. That doesn't math correctly.
No, that does not.
At all. It's not even close. I don't understand how it's. I mean, I'm not going to complain.
No, that's
it's supposed to be like 13%, but this is not even 10%. It's not even. It's like 7% or 6%.
Well, freaking A, guy. Look at you.
So I was like, I don't know why it's so low. It's lower than my Sephiroth sale. My Sephiroth sale was like 13%. So for whatever reason, the fee on this is like super low. I don't know if they have like a lower percentage based on like a higher price.
So it might be a sliding scale. Yeah.
Yeah. But I dropped it off at the post office earlier today. $40 in shipping.
The impetus for the sale? Was it worry of the stability of the market, hence the name of the show, or were you just looking to move along with something else? Flip.
Yeah, that was kind of my segue into our next topic, is like the bubble that we're in. I feel like it's in a bubble. It's going to pop. Almost all markets do like this, or almost all bubbles do. I don't know if they'll retrace super hard, but they've jumped 1,300% or something like that, or 1,100% in the last year, and gains like that are so hard to come by. And it could go up higher, but at a certain point, you have to decide how you can diamond hands all day and hold and wait to sell. But sometimes you just have to be happy with the gains. And
well, there's also, if you think about it this way, and I think I've heard Rudy talk about it before. What would be a fair expectation of increase on that box? Maybe that goes up to $3,000. I mean, to me that seems unrealistic, but let's play the game, right? It could go up to $3,000, could increase another $650 from where you were. Whereas if you took that $2,300 and you got an average enough return on it in the next year, yeah, you're definitely going to outpace that in a standard market versus that box's like gains. So it seems to me like more than a fair time to pull out if you're going to redistribute that money in a different investment area.
I likely will. I actually was thinking about buying. Well, I'm going to buy some JLOs probably.
I got to get a poster of her for my wall too.
Yeah. Jeweled Lotus is what I'm referencing. If you don't know what JLO is,
I'm still
Jeweled
looking
Lotus is
forward
like
to
at
the
an
Jennifer
all-time
Lopez
low of
from
like
there.
they're like $28 or something like that at their low. And yes, they're banned, but the moment they become unbanned, they become $100 cards again, and especially if they don't get reprinted. I do think they will be unbanned. That's the one card that they've talked about that they were like, this is a very big maybe. And it might not ever become unbanned, and it might the next time they do unbannings, and it might, if it doesn't get unbanned, it'll probably plummet even more. But I do think it's a risk, but it's a risk that I'm like not super worried about taking. I think Jeweled Lotuses look really cool. So even if I get stuck with them, it's whatever. But like, for instance, I diamond hands with one product, and maybe this is why I'm like scared to, or not. I shouldn't say scared, but I'm accepting the gains. Is like the 30th anniversary. I had an offer for $1,800. I think it was $1,850 for the 4 packs that I had. And then I canceled the order because I was like, no, it's going to go higher. They're super high. You can get Black Lotus. There's no way this is going to be not cheaper than this. It's got to be 2,000 plus or more. And it's been 1,200 for years. So I don't know. I'm very happy with the $2,000 gain. Gains like that are so hard to come by. I'll just accept
especially
it.
in Magic the Gathering, for Christ's sakes. I mean,
yeah, I mean, even Fallout booster boxes right now. Fallout's up to 1,400. They're going to go down or stabilize at some point. Is this the stabilization right now? Is this the highest it'll ever be? Should I sell the two? I have 2 boxes. That's $2,700. Like I spent like 300 on them. Like it's one of those things where the gains are so high that it's hard to pass up, even if it continues to go up. I think the biggest problem is that if they do go up, selling too early and not investing that money somewhere else would be the problem. If I just sat on cash for whatever reason, I don't know why.
Well, I mean, of course, have your emergency. You got to have a couple of months of your life set aside in a reasonably high yield savings account for a safety net. Of course, AKA number one, got to do. But after that, I mean, you don't seem like the kind of guy who's just gonna open up his banking account, see, oh, I got 6 figures in there now. Time to get a boner. No, I don't think that's like your lifestyle. You do things with your money. You're living your life, and it's not just about accruing it. But
I've definitely drained my coffers recently more than I anticipated. I have probably the lowest dollar amount in my bank account that I've had in about probably 10 years. It is
your porch that expensive?
I mean, it was the porch. It was $2,000 for the porch. It was $1,100 for tires and other maintenance on my Subaru. There was $650 for getting the tree trimmed. Final Fantasy was like 3,500. Edge of Eternity is just coming out. I had to pre-order stuff for that. That was over 1,000. Like, there's just a lot of money all at once just draining out of the bank account. I was like, well, I got to refill those coffers, and Lord of the Rings special bundle 2,400. That's one way to do it. And not only that, some of my spending was tailored towards the amount of overtime I've been working recently. And normally that should be a dependable amount of income because it's overtime you worked, but I was entering it in my system incorrectly at work. And then the people at HR were too stupid to figure it out and tell me that I was doing it wrong. And instead were just kept asking me questions and like having me figure shit out. And I'm like, this is your system. You tell me what it's supposed to do. At the end of the month, I'm getting 92 hours of overtime on one paycheck. So that'll be a nice little refiller as well. At least I'm getting it, right? You really are having problems with your microphone. You're muted, Pat. Or it's not working correctly.
Yeah.
I
just want to, give you some laurels for holding out as long as you did. Very different than how I handled stuff. I mean, as you referenced, Fallout is at 1,400. I sold one of my boxes at like 6.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I made a couple $100 on it, just that alone. But if I had just held on and had the confidence in the market, then, could have Diamond Hands did up and made a lot more out of it. But I'm still always worried about Magic the Gathering being exactly that bubble about. I cannot imagine collector boxes being thousands of dollars. It doesn't compute with my brain. And eventually the market's going to agree with me, because I do not think that people can, even now, if you want to get a Final Fantasy Play Booster box, it's $220, almost $230. Magic the Gathering is getting too expensive for a lot of people to get into. And if it's just all Timmy Flipper investors, like a lot of people are attracted to, it just cannot last in the long term.
Another thing at Diamond Hands was that Mickey Mouse promo, the Disney Lorcana promo that we got from Gen Con, right?
Getting rid of that.
I Diamond Hands thinking that was going to be hundreds of dollars later on.
Right.
And it's $55. Woo! I think you got like 600 figures or some shit.
Yeah, I sold 2 for $300 each. I got.
But you had one that was Gem 10 that was wasn't that higher?
Yeah.
So I definitely didn't make out there. I mean, they were free. I didn't lose anything.
Right.
So like even selling the 3 that I have now, it would still be a profit, but it's one of the things where I'm now at the point where I have to Diamond Hands it longer in my head to try to hopefully make up for it later on. Make up for the quote unquote loss of not selling them at their peak.
Well, and we'll just see the slow accrual, I think, in a lot of sealed Magic the Gathering products across the board. As time drifts forward and inflation occurs, some boxes are just going to be, by nature, more expensive down the road than they are now. Just, slowly while I'm building some of the draft booster boxes of Days Gone, especially keeping an eye out for Strixhaven. I still think it's reasonably priced, and with a sequel set to it coming up down the road, I do think that those spells that they had for the lessons, I think that that's possibly going to have some playback, so might be some worthwhile stuff in there. So figure that's a fair enough little buy for me. But if you want to get more of what we're buying and what we're talking about behind the scenes, you're just going to have to become a channel member. That's right. We do offer more for our channel members. For the low price at 99 cents a month, you can get extra content like our behind the scenes member only streams that we do right after this live show. That's right. We got another one coming up. So if you want, go ahead, click the links down below and become a channel member. Hey, from time to time, we even open up stuff there. Yes, that's right. That's where we take place in our Commander Raids box league. Every new set that comes out, we each open up a sealed play booster box and construct a Commander Raids deck. And at the culmination of our openings, we do a live session of some gameplay. From time to time, we also do some other fun little treats. And I think that's about it for me. Any closing thoughts from you fellers?
We're going to be trying something new with Edge of Eternities for our Commander Raids, so stay tuned with that.
And I got to make sure to get the link before we end this. See how well that works out.
He's doing it.
I'm working on it, at least. I'm aiming for it. I'm going for it. Trying. Yes. Shareable. Bazinga. Yeah. Awesome. Well, hey, until next week, you've all been awesome, and we've been Cardboard Odysseys. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
And this is when we do the dance.